The Steelers are entering a decisive offseason, and rumors keep growing. Huge NFL names are being linked to the franchise, and one of them already has a Super Bowl ring on his finger. But does this potential move make sense? Meanwhile, on the other side of the ball, a lesser-known player made an enormous impact on defense, and the numbers prove it. What does this mean for the team's future? Stay tuned, because these updates could change the Steelers' direction. Hit that like button, and let's get into the updates. The Steelers are deep into a real puzzle when it comes to quarterback. With Skylar Thompson as the only player under contract, the team enters the offseason with a huge range of possibilities, and the rumors are already heating up. The big news? An NFL insider believes Pittsburgh might end up with a veteran who already has a Super Bowl ring. In recent weeks, the names of Aaron Rodgers and Matthew Stafford have entered the conversation. Rodgers, now 41, might be leaving the Jets after just 2 seasons. Stafford, on the other hand, is stuck in a bizarre limbo with the Rams, with no one knowing whether he'll be traded or stay in Los Angeles. If he's indeed traded, Albert Breer from Sports Illustrated believes Pittsburgh could be one of the most likely destinations. In fact, both Rodgers and Stafford seem like more viable options for the Steelers than Russell Wilson or Justin Fields. Breer explained his view in his weekly column, ranking the possibilities for Pittsburgh as follows. First, an external quarterback, then Fields, and finally, Wilson. Initially, Wilson seemed like a temporary option if nothing else worked out. But according to Breer, the idea of sticking with him in 2025 is not being well received within the franchise. Fields is preferred by the front office over Wilson, but that doesn't mean he'll be the uncontested starter. If Stafford or Rodgers becomes available, Pittsburgh will certainly consider those options before finalizing Fields. However, with Rodgers, there's a condition. The Steelers want a full commitment. At 41, they would like to see him involved in every phase of the offseason without the usual uncertainties about his dedication. If he agrees to that, the interest could become real. A few weeks ago, the idea of Stafford or Rodgers ending up in Pittsburgh seemed absurd. Now, with the combine and free agency approaching, this scenario is not only on the table, but could be a very real possibility. So, what would be the best choice for the Steelers? Share your thoughts in the comments. But if you think this was the only update, get ready, because Pittsburgh's defense surprised everyone with an unexpected performance. The Steelers' defense had its ups and downs in 2024, but it stood out in one crucial area: tackles. Despite a drop in performance at the end of the season, which included a brutal 5-game losing streak and an average of 27.4 points allowed per game during that stretch, Pittsburgh still managed to rank among the best teams in the NFL in this metric. According to Next Gen Stats, the Steelers finished the year with the 4th best tackle grade in the league, earning a solid 90.6 A. The unit's efficiency was 89.1%, just 0.2% behind the Chiefs, who led the ranking. Additionally, the team forced 18 fumbles throughout the season, tying with the Eagles for the best in that category. One of the key players in this performance was safety Deshaun Elliott, who posted an impressive 97.3% tackle efficiency rate, the best since 2018 for players with at least 100 attempts. Alongside Minkah Fitzpatrick, who had a 93.2% efficiency, they formed one of the best safety duos in the league when it came to stopping opponents. The Steelers' improvement in this area wasn't by chance. The franchise made a conscious effort to strengthen the defense with physical and disciplined players like Elliott, who arrived last offseason with a 2-year, $6 million contract. And he was worth every penny. He totaled 108 tackles, 73 solo, forced 2 fumbles, recovered 3, grabbed an interception, and defended 6 passes. However, he wasn't the team's tackle leader. This honor went to linebacker Patrick Queen, another great addition in free agency, who finished the year with 129 tackles. On the other hand, not all of the defensive additions lived up to expectations. Cornerback Dante Jackson, acquired in the trade that sent Deontay Johnson to the Panthers, had an inconsistent year. In 15 games, he made only 38 tackles, 28 solo, and was credited with 12 missed tackles, resulting in 111 extra yards for opponents. This puts Pittsburgh in an interesting position. Jackson did manage 5 interceptions, leading the team in that category. but he may end up asking for a high salary in free agency. If the Steelers don't think it's worth making that investment, it might be time to go in another direction and find a more reliable replacement, especially if the goal is to continue being one of the best tackle units in the NFL in 2025. If the Steelers can secure the right piece for the offense, this team could make a lot of noise. But what about the defense? With some players exceeding expectations and others falling short, the front office has some big decisions ahead. Is it worth investing heavily to keep everyone? Subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss any details of this offseason.